Hi, my name is Matthew McDaniel, and this movie is about the Akha Art Gallery in Dallas, Oregon. It's November 26, 2016, and this is a brief update about what I've been working on in the way of Akha projects for the Akha people. I hope you enjoy this film. Thank you. Here I have a studio. I work on oil painting projects. I have books that are in progress, Akha journals that are in progress, and an archive of all kinds of Akha items and articles out of the newspaper, and all part of an ongoing effort to publicize the Akha story and assist the Akha people with a better living and life situation. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up a video, and I'm going to take you around the gallery to show you a few things that I have here. This is a work in progress. I have a lot more to do. There's still hundreds, if not thousands, of photographs in boxes that I have to figure out a way to display or make them accessible. Previously, they were on the website. We moved from a PHP content manager that had security flaws back to HTML. So those photos are still on the web, but they are not indexed to the akha.org website. A couple of the current things that I'm doing, in addition to book one of The Ride for Freedom, which is called The Road to San Francisco. I also have the Akha Journal 3 that I'm working on. Then there is the Sail for Freedom, which is a private project that I'm doing to benefit the Akha that has to do with a 63-foot ship in Portland, Oregon that is about ready to go back into the water. I have it painted, had some other repairs done on it. We're currently working on getting a mast put on it. That mast we have at hand, we just haven't been able to have it put back on the boat yet. That'll happen after it's back in the water. And let's see what else. I run a small business out of here, a land sale business, to help pay for all this, to buy me the space monthly to make progress on these different projects that have been in boxes too long and want to see them become more widely available. Also have the Akha farm, which is progressing. I have a family to raise. 8 kids in the house. All that tends to keep me a little bit busy. There's information here on the Sail for Freedom. There's a lot to show. There's a lot to catch up on. I just today made my first update to the akha.org website in probably 2 years. There is a lot of work to the Sail for Freedom project, also called the Oregon Tall Ship Project, and it's been difficult to give updates because there's been a lot of stress and just grueling work to get those bills paid on different things having to do with the ship. And now I have a little bit of a progress point coming up here. I'll certainly do a video as the ship goes back in the water. We've been working on sail designs, mast designs. We have a mast. We're just working on what sails are going to be attached to that once we re-rig the ship when that new mast goes back on. So anyway, without more to do here, I will close this and start making the attached videos that give you a bit of an update and idea of what we have going on here in the Akha Gallery in Dallas, Oregon. And I hope to get back into making more videos. I feel like maybe I can finally get time for that now that the biggest part of the work of purchasing and making repairs to the Iron Eagle have all come to closer being accomplished and finished. Of course, the biggest happiness will be when the Iron Eagle has its new mast and it is gone through some trials and training and it's underway and we're able to get out and about with it. first on the Columbia River and Willamette, and then over to the Oregon coast at Newport, Oregon. So a lot to do, a lot to talk about, a lot to catch up on, and I appreciate you all watching. This is the Akha Gallery, Studio, Archive, a lot of things going on here. Let's see, first off, well, I guess I can sort of dig into this. I really didn't get set up yet for this properly, but here we're working on some sail designs for the Iron Eagle. Here is a blueprint of the Iron Eagle. I'm going to set that over here because it's sort of in the way at the moment. Probably some of you remember the Akha Journal of the Golden Triangle. This was number 2. We have some books from the Akha in Laos. There's the Ride for Freedom. This is book number 1. Book number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this is the Ride for Freedom, The Road to San Francisco. Editing still. So a lot more to do. Took me a lot longer to write it than it took to make the trip. This is one of the Akha News. I'm going to do a second one here pretty soon coming up. It's a printed version of sort of basics what's going on. This is a typewriter that I've traveled the world with. It's a folding typewriter, so you can make it more compact. Old Corona, Smith Corona. Here's a Nelson County magazine. I think there's an article in here somewhere when we were on the Ride for Freedom out probably in Virginia somewhere, if I can find this without too much. It says page 22, so let's go to page 22. There we go. There we are. That was a cold winter. It was in Virginia. I had about a couple of weeks to go till we reached the UN at New York City, March. I think this was March. So we finished around the 15th or 11th of March, like that. This is an oil painting I'm doing of the inside of an Akha hut. Here's the dividing wall. Sumku over here. The kids, the wife and husband. We've got a painting up here, an oil painting. This was of my son, Ango, when he was fishing on a pond in Cottage Grove, Oregon. I promised him, finally got it finished. Got paintings here. The World Trade Center disaster are all having a desire for clean water. This is a cabin I built, and I told my daughter I'd paint a painting of it for her. One of the first oil paintings of the Akha farm, the 3 acres where we got started. Here's a painting about the Sail for Freedom, one of our designs, styles of ships that we wanted. Some Western paintings, a picture of the crucifixion, the risen Christ. He was crucified outside the wall. An Akha woman. Here's another personal painting I'm doing, a story behind it I won't go into right now, but I've still got to finish that. Here is a painting of the ocean on a stormy night. I call it difficulties of the night because our problems come upon us in the evening and we struggle through the night sometimes trying to come up with solutions. There's a painting of an Akha village. It's sort of finished. Been quite a while since I worked on that. What else we have here? So I have tools that I use for hanging the paintings, brushes, odds and ends of canvases I'm working on or getting ready to work on. This was a scene that I'm going to do about Akhas in a field, working, taking a lunch break. Here's a painting of the Akha farm that I have to get to work on. It's all drawn out. So we go over here, we'll take a little bit of tour of these paintings. Here's a painting of an Akha woman in the opium fields of Burma. Another painting of the Akha farm. This painting of an Akha woman resided in the bus during the Ride for Freedom. Was there a couple of years, and I brought it back and put it in the gallery. Akha woman in a headdress, one of my favorites. This is a painting about the juxtaposition of the mission churches in Akha villages, the money and the poverty. This is a painting, a bit large, of an Akha village, the fields. This is sort of put together about the Akha villages up on the Thai-Burmese border. It's going to have to wait for parts that I've done already to dry before I go in and do some more details that I want to do. Here's one of my first Akha jackets I had. Well, it's not the first, probably the second that I had in Thailand. I saved that one, probably one of several. Here is a sewing machine for Akha textile projects. Same here. This is one of my work tables. Here are some of the archive materials, a couple drums, an Akha field knife, some leather bags I put together, some currency from travels, tall ship, different writings, and there's more journals that I haven't gotten to. It's Akha Chronicles being the main one. And then I have archival materials from all the photos and articles. I think some of them are here. Let's open this up. Articles on the Akha, photographs, goes way back, many, many years, memories and dreams. Here's a shirt I had from Thailand. Anyway, that's some of the basics here. There's things here to jog my memory when I'm painting, give me ideas, creativity. And so I hope you enjoyed this film. I invite anybody that's an Akha artist to feel free and get in touch with me about Akha art and where they can maybe display it. Thank you for taking the time to watch.